This is a HeadGum podcast.
Gather round! I like that! Yeah!
Yes! Mess around.
Mess around!
That's what I'm talking about. All day. Mess around. All night. Look at that.
Messing around. What's up, player?
Hello.
Oh my gosh. If you're new, that's Hannah Simone. And I mean, just.
Can you imagine? This is the first episode you're ever listening to, and we're going to talk to you about a comedy show called New Girl starring Megan Fox.
That's right. That's basically what it is.
If you're new to everything, and this is your first introduction to the New Girl world and this podcast, you're in for a ride that's not going to make a lot of sense if you talk to anybody else.
Yeah, but we never really stay on topic anyway, so you might get
Never.
a kick out of our casual conversation.
Here's what I will say. We just had Jake Johnson on the podcast, and I realize that we never asked him what he would do if he was in that situation with his cousin. He directed the Bob and Carol and Nick and Schmidt episode. And we never, I mean, we were all very sick and it was a very chaotic episode, you guys. But I was like, what would you do in that scenario?
Yeah, the answer is immediately no to me.
It's
I'm
a
like,
no.
there was
But
no
I feel
upside.
like with
Like,
Jake,
this-
there could be you never know. Generous guy.
I mean, think about it.
You're also a generous guy. If your cousins were
I was
crying
just-
and they couldn't have a baby.
I'm like, well, that's what God didn't want you to. That's what I would say. That's what I would
God.
say. Like, God didn't
You're
want
like, take it up
incest to
with
happen.
Jesus.
Damn, I was from West Virginia. Shout out to West Virginia.
Oh my God. I love you, West Virginia. Okay, listen.
I do
We have
too,
so much to talk about this episode because it truly was wild. You do a show for 5 seasons as a cast,
Yeah.
right? Then we just did 2 episodes without our number one on the call sheet, the beautiful Zooey Deschanel. And then the studio network are like, guess what?
Yeah,
Here's Megan Fox,
That's
the
right.
hottest woman on planet Earth, potentially.
yeah. I would say top. You know what I mean? She up there.
She's up there. She
She,
has
you
that
know-
thing too. I remember the first time I met her and she like walked on set. Everybody, men, women, the bugs crawling around that soundstage, every living creature, the fake plant, everything. We're just like, everybody gets a little weird.
Not
She's
me.
just that hot.
Not me.
Here's the
like,
thing.
all right.
I think you the least. I don't know why. Maybe you can explain it. But you have so many scenes with her in the Megan Fox season of New Girl. In that era of New Girl, they give Megan to you almost the most. And I think it's because you were the only one who knew how to act normal.
Well, I think that's one of the reasons why is because when you meet her, everybody had this idea of who she was. Like, oh
Sure.
my God, is she gonna be a headache? Because she's got this
Right.
thing,
Mega
and she's
famous.
mega, like she was the nicest, most
Nicest.
casual, most professional. Like she was always like on time or early.
On time and
ready
early.
to go.
Always on set, too. She
Yeah.
didn't go back to her trailer and sit there. She
Yeah.
sat and she waited. There was never running to go get Megan or anything. The most professional.
Yeah, so I was like, so I didn't have a hard time. I you know what I mean? Like I work with beautiful people all the time. It'd be different if she walked in and was just like, hi, I'm Megan Fox. And they'd be like, oh, okay, that's weird. But it was like, what's up, dude? Like
She was so chill, so cool,
super
so
chill.
nice, super
Yeah.
generous, always on set, always prepared, always knew everything that she had to do.
And I would see her out and about in like these like Hollywood events and like, award show events and stuff like that. And she would always just walk up, chill, talk, hang out. She never gave off that air of arrogance or, that you can't sit here. Hollywood has a lot of that you can't
They
sit
do have a
here
lot of those
crowd.
people.
And she's definitely not one of them. So
She's not.
so it was easy. It was easy for me to just do bits and be silly and be weird. I didn't feel pressure at all.
It's funny. It's one of those art imitating life moments too. We'll talk about it when we do our next episode, Wig. But it's like that idea that, you know, she's joining this family that's existed for such a long time. Mm-hmm. That's a little intimidating, right? It's not like a movie where you're all showing up together and you all get to know each other, you dive in. Yeah. Like, we're an established show. We all have our second, you know, language basically with each other. And she had to just jump right in, which can be overwhelming. And I love New Girl like that because they will write that kind of feeling into the show.
Yeah.
Like they do that, where they just kind of are like honest about the thing. The other thing that Jake brought up last week that I thought was interesting was he was like, our show could have gone on for like 15 seasons if they had seen what happened with this Megan Fox thing, which is you could have people come and go off of our show and the audience would hang with you.
Yeah.
And I thought that's so true. No number one on the call sheet. Then all of a sudden bring people in, moving into the loft. We did the Airbnb episodes. I was like, wow, it's really true.
Yeah, because, you know, again, it's because of the familiarity that the fans have with our dynamic. It's something that everyone's used to, having roommates and people bouncing around, having different friend circles and different friend groups. And especially depending on casting, you always you add a little spice and a little bit of a dynamic character here or an understated character there, just to round out the family even more. People can identify with that. And so if you switched it up, if Winston's gone 1 week and then you got Dunstan coming in for a season and then you got, you know what I mean, like that, it's like that. You still have a show. I think you still have a funny show as long as the writers are the same. And the writers still do what they do. I think
if the world is the same, you could have had these moving pieces because I feel like what we had to do this season is not common at all. And it was super successful.
Yeah.
And I was like, I never thought of that before when Jake said that. He also, by the way, did you hear him say that he would like to go back to network TV?
Did he say that?
He did. He said, I'd go back to network TV. I was like, whoa.
Well, remember my power went out for a while, so I don't remember if he said that.
Oh, that's true. Maybe that's when you ran away.
Also, I don't listen to him when he talks. She's just full of it.
I will say the other really cool thing about the beautiful, kind, lovely Megan Fox is that she did all of our charts for us. Remember that?
She did all of our charts?
All of our star signs, moon signs, rising signs.
Yeah, that was
She
stupid.
could walk up to you and know all what you are, and then she would like bring your chart and like.
She didn't get mine right.
She didn't get you right?
She's just this mumbo jumbo. Somebody, if y'all out there, again, crystals.
The crystal.
And, little voodoo doll poking people.
Maybe that's why. She's like a crystal, and you just were like, I'm not intimidated by you. You're just a crystal.
Not my thing. But if there are crystals out there who love crystals, if there are people out there into the witchcraft, what is it? What is the
witchcraft?
Astronomy, astrology.
Yeah,
astrology. All that's witchcraft. If you know what you're doing, like if you're so confident, we would love to have you on our show as a guest. If you are, I'm talking. You got to be.
You know what? We should do that on our Patreon. We should bring an astrologist who will sit there and talk about what this new year of the horse, Happy New Year, by the way, will do for us. I'm into it. I'll do it.
I'm just curious because I'm a skeptic. And I know what they all say. We don't like skeptics because I'm like, all right, well then.
Because they're skeptical.
I mean, yeah. I don't believe in aliens until one come up and probe me. They're going to be like, that was an alien inside of me. I'll be like, oh.
That feels like you're asking an alien to probe you. Like they could show themselves to you in another way without having to.
Well, I know, but if an alien walk up, right, I'm going to be like, that's Freddy from across the street wearing a costume. Now, if they manage to like have me stuck like this and I'm floating and all of a sudden they inside me, I'm be like, oh, you can't just do that. One, I'm not in prison.
Alien.
Two, like, so I'll be like, oh, that must be an alien.
There's so many aliens in prison. Okay. You guys, listen, this is an episode about, there's so many aliens in prison. This is an episode about Megan Fox.
Yes.
Megan, if you ever listen to this, we're so sorry.
She's played an alien multiple times on TV.
Okay, here we go.
Okay, so here we go. the Megan Fox era, and it is it's officially upon us. Just as Nick and Winston make a pact to be more realistic about their dating prospects, along comes someone who makes Nick feel butterflies. Someone who needs a decent place to stay while she's working in LA. A decent place like a room in apartment 4D, perhaps. Suddenly, this new someone becomes much more enmeshed in the lives of 4D's inhabitants than she surely bargained for. Welcome to the new girl universe, Reagan. Now, when I was reading this, the word enmeshed popped up, and I'm not going to lie to you. First time I heard that word, and I read it.
It's enmeshed. There's no enmeshed.
It
says enmeshed, but I feel like it's enmeshed.
Wendy, you can't stop writing
Enmeshed?
these. You gotta stop writing these words, and I don't nobody know what the fuck they mean. Just write regular words. I'm basic.
Wendy
I'm not
went
that
to
smart.
the public Canadian school system, which is
This
a very
ain't
high level
Canada.
of education.
This ain't Canada,
They
Wendy.
use fancy words.
Enmeshed. Wendy, you gotta help me out because the
I thought
fans
it
gonna
was
be like,
my whole life. I thought it was enmeshed.
my whole life I never used that word.
You've never used the word enmeshed. You and
No,
I
would
are
you-
enmeshed.
What does that mean?
We're just like tangled up, bro. You can't see where it begins or ends.
Wendy, are you listening? Wendy gone. What is the word? What is it?
Enmeshed? I'll die. Cause to become entangled in something. It's not enmeshed. Oh, I hate when I realize I've lived my whole time on this planet saying a word wrong.
I've lived my whole life never using it until
Well,
just
that's
now.
better than saying it wrong.
So, folks out there, if you have used the word enmeshed, please let us know. Let me know how dumb I am, or let me know how dumb we are. If
Has anybody
you are
else
like
been saying
me.
it enmeshed and not enmeshed?
I just don't think anybody's been saying it.
I have. I've said that before.
And I've known you for a very long time.
I don't say it to
15,
you.
16 years. I've never
I
heard
say
you say,
C-spot run to you.
hey, listen, I see spot and I run. It's as basic as it gets over here. Okay. And then
Okay,
guess
wait,
what
this
happens?
episode was...
Guess
yeah,
what
exactly.
happens?
That's true. Look at that. That's
C-spot
that Emmy right
run.
up there. The C-spot run to that big flashy Emmy. Okay, this episode was written by the very talented, super funny Kim Rosenstock. I love that they had a woman write this episode when we had a new woman joining us, and directed by the only person who probably could have steered the ship in this new direction, the king, Trent O'Donnell.
Pew, 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 pew.
This, by the way Wendy has started this recap, I just want to say, reminds me so much. Do you remember how Brett Baer used to read at the table read? He would read the stage directions. Mm-hmm. Remember that? It was
Yeah.
always his voice. He's got the greatest voice. So Brett Baer. And
We
Dave
open up at a
Finkel-
bar.
That's right. We started the bar. I can just
bar.
hear his voice right now. We started the bar.
We gotta have him on. We've had Dave on, right?
We've had them both on season
Brett
one.
on? Oh, that's right.
Way
Oh, that's
back
right.
in the day. The nicest
Back on the-
people that have ever lived, hardest working people now, by the way. They're on every show.
Yeah,
if
I
you like
know.
a show, look. It's going to say Brett Baer and Dave Finkel.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, on everything.
And they haven't called me to be in any one of them. But
Me
that's okay.
either, by the way.
It's all
Brett
good.
and Dave.
It's all good.
That's all good. Just getting my reps in with the Emmy.
It's all good. It's all good. Okay, so we
Okay.
start at the bar, and there is a dude hitting on Cece, right? But before she can say anything, Schmidt is sitting right there, answering for her. No, she's engaged, is what he says, before the guy could even say anything, right? Now, Cece, this happens a lot. Well, Cece, not in this episode, well, in this episode, yes, but in life it happens. Cece's like, you're acting real jealous lately, you know. But the reality is that bartenders get hit on all the time. Even Nick has groupies, right? Now, I don't know what it is about bartenders, but they do be getting hit on all the time.
Well, people are drinking. They're slowly getting drunk, and bartenders are usually, not usually, but a lot of bartenders are attractive, and then they're trapped. So you start to small talk them, and now you're like, someone actually listens and cares about me, and you're getting more drunk, and then all of a sudden you're like, I'm all in love with you.
Does that happen to
It's
you,
a slippery
Hannah?
slope of how that all happens. I feel
Well, Hannah,
like.
you were a teenage bartender. So
I
don't
was
wanna-
a teenage bartender
on an island.
on an island. Yes. Different island. A different island. I was on a very lovely island, the island of my people, Kypros.
Oh, okay. It'd be your own people. It'd be your own people sometimes, Hannah. I'm just saying. Blink twice. You want to talk about it. And then we see Nick who doesn't take the bait when this girl is flirting with him. She's kind of, yeah.
She seems psychotic, not gonna lie. That wasn't even like a groupie or a flirt. I was just like, boy, run.
Yeah, he should run. Now, Winston and Allie are like, why? You know, and
Nassim is so good in this episode, by the way. I feel
Yeah.
like Nassim is just Nassim. She's not even Allie in this episode. She's
Yeah.
just genuinely annoyed with you boys, and she's just talking at you
Yeah.
like she does in real life.
100%.
Yeah.
100%. It's she's in prime Allie form on this episode. So funny. Because Nick is like, he wants to feel magic, and Allie's like, if you spend too much time waiting for magic, you're gonna end up alone. You got to be more realistic.
Wait,
you're
is
not
this
getting
your
younger.
issue? Are you waiting for magic?
No, I'm just waiting for some not bullshit.
Okay, I can get down with it. That's fine. I was like, if you're waiting for the butterflies and the magic, that's like, that's a long day sometimes.
Yeah, but my question is then, yeah, I understand when people are waiting for magic. Because then if you don't get magic, are you just settling? You're just like, she'll do.
No, but I think you're using more of your brain involved in the process. I think when you're younger, it is just like this like soul connection thing, but that can all burn out. It's not like built on anything real. But I think as you get older and you're dating, I think your head gets more involved to be like, who is this person? Where do they come from? Are they good with kids? Are they good with their family? You start to care about those things when you're younger. It's just magic.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess that makes sense.
Yes.
But it makes sense technically. There's so many aspects to a relationship that it's hard to check all the boxes.
That's true.
And most of the time you end up with half the boxes or a good portion of the boxes, not all the boxes.
That's
a lot of
true.
people end up with like one or two boxes.
And the boxes change.
Yeah.
That's the thing. What you want and what the person can give, if you start to spend life together, then all of a sudden people evolve and change. And that's
right.
why there has to be your friendship at the core, not just magique.
Yeah, that's why
This
I
is
gave
what
up on
Ali is
you know
trying
who.
to say. Listen, you can't just be hunting for magique.
I'm going to go date Nassim. Where's she at? I'm going to go date Nassim.
Should. Everybody's
call
been
her.
everybody's
Let me
been
call
wanting
to
this.
see.
Everybody's been shipping this for a long time.
You think I'm playing? I'm going to go date Nassim. Hold on.
Nassim, would she
I'm gonna
ever? Nassim.
Wouldn't Nassim? Come on, not me. Hannah, you got to stop asking these questions. You got to stop, Hannah. Answer these questions. What's this? Let me see.
Ask her on a real date.
Watch this. Let me see if she answers. If she don't answer, that means it's not meant to be.
That's true. If she does, she's looking at her phone. She's like, this fool.
Yeah.
What's he calling and bugging me about now?
Hannah,
Yes.
screw it. Forget it. I'm not going to date her.
You don't call me on the first call. By the way, a phone call these days is crazy.
I
You
know,
gotta
I'm
like
not-
text first and be
I'm
like,
not texting. I'm not texting a love interest. Look at that. Unavailable. Unavailable. B.
Nassim,
See what I mean? Not meant to be, Hannah.
what is love?
Oh, she says, I'm driving. Call. No,
You can
because
call.
I think it's funnier if it's funnier, right? If it's like,
A FaceTime?
hold
You
on,
can get her.
watch this.
She can FaceTime you in the car.
She ain't gonna be able to hear you though. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
You're on our podcast right now. You're with me and Hannah,
Amazing.
and we're recapping an episode that you did where Megan Fox's first episode, and I was just like, you know what? I'm just gonna date Nassim in real life. So what's up?
Are you talking about now or back then?
No, now. Like,
Now.
you got a man? You dating somebody? I just saw you the other day. You seem single.
You look good.
Are you asking me out on a date in real
Yes.
time?
Not
Yes.
a date. Just more
Yes.
like let's just be boyfriend girlfriend.
You want to jump
Ask
to
her
the
out on
end?
a date.
Yeah, but we've gone on many a dates as friends. I don't want to.
Yes, friends. I guess would you call those dates or like friendship hangs?
Yeah. Say you want to
Is
take
this
her on a
really
date.
happening on a podcast?
Yeah, it's happening on the
Yes.
podcast. Nassim, you're being too complicated, right? People are listening, and I think you're making it.
So chaotic. I'm obsessed. It's great.
So yeah, I'm gonna ask you on a date. I don't know when because I'm busy, so I ain't got the time. But
No.
I will make the time.
Let's go on a date.
What'd you say?
I said I'm down. Let's go on a date.
Yeah, we're going on a date. And
Oh my God.
Where's Hannah? How come I can't hear her?
Oh,
She can't hear me. I'm screaming. Hannah's talking nonstop.
She's talking nonstop. Because I'm in headphones right now. Let me see if you can hear the headphones. Talk, Hannah.
Nassim, he really wants to take you on a real date. Like, for real.
Can you hear her, Nassim?
I can't hear her. What'd she say?
She said he wants to take you on a date for real.
Well, hey, that sounds lovely. Let's do it. And you're right. We see each other all the time anyway.
Yeah. So let's just make it romantic. This time I'm gonna have a rose. I'm gonna wear some spicy cologne.
Oh my God. Are you going to talk to me about the girls you've met on Raya? Because that's a huge part of our relationship right now.
No, he's not. No.
I mean, I could,
No.
if that's what you're into. That's weird,
No.
but,
It's going to make it all about you.
yeah. No, it's gonna be all about you. I'm gonna do stuff like say, ooh.
Yeah.
All right, cool. We're gonna go on a date. Hit my assistant. She'll set it up.
Oh, my God, Lamorne.
You're insane. I love you.
All right, love you. Drive carefully. It's raining out.
It is. All right.
All right.
Love you guys.
All right, bye. Boom. I'm the man.
You two really need to date because that was
Boom.
literally the worst way to ask a woman out on a date, and you still somehow got a date. Oh my God. Do you understand? Like, that's magic. You guys have a real friendship. That's a true foundation. Y'all age appropriate. She's hot as hell. She's got a job. Bop, 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 bop. Right in front of our eyes.
Y'all see how that works, guys? You just gotta be cool. You gotta be smooth. And now me and Nassim are gonna be doing it, partners.
Oh my God. This team. I really do think this could be great. I want to flip this. I want to flip this friendship. You know how people make pacts like, oh, if I'm 40 and you're 40 and we're still single, we're going to get married because we're best friends and let's do life together? That's y'all. You guys are genuinely good friends. You're both attractive. You have great chemistry. The vibes are immaculate. Her name's not Crystal. Lock it up.
That's right. I gotta go back over her house. I think she had some crystals in her kitchen, or some type of onyx. I don't know, but we gonna work on that.
Just onyx would be good.
Yeah, we gotta figure that out. Anyway,
well, you got a date on the podcast?
Yeah. Is that smooth, you guys? It's that smooth.
That was actually kind of smooth. It's probably better
That's
she can
smooth.
hear me just yelling at you the whole time.
Where are we, Hannah?
Okay,
Oh.
well, Jake, by the way, they probably said to Jake Johnson, hey, can you lift the beer keg for this bit? And he probably couldn't, and they wrote it into the show. Because that
Right.
struggle looked very real.
Yeah.
Knowing
it was.
Jake, I was like, that man, I don't think this is a Nick Miller bit. That man looks like he's hurt.
He smushed everything. All right. He blows his back out.
He blows his back out.
So let's clip this. On this episode, Jake Johnson gets his back blown out. And now they're in the hospital. The hospital waiting room. Nick and Winston, they're realizing that perhaps Allie was right. They're getting older. My favorite is the two old men that are telling him welcome to the club. The old man back. And that, maybe Nick shouldn't be waiting for the perfect partner. And they, so they make a pledge that if Winston sees Nick dreaming, just pinch him. And it was at that moment that Megan Fox comes walking in the door in slow motion. You know what I mean? Somehow there's wind. And
I think that's just how she moves.
she probably does move like that. She might not be a human. The reptilian thing is real, Megan Fox might be a reptilian. And then Winston pinches him. We go to commercial. Now.
It was beautiful.
Yeah. He walks up to the front desk and, she's a medical sales rep. That's what she does. A pharmaceutical sales rep. And she's looking for a better place to stay while she's in town. And Nick obviously is like, hello. Which is
talk about the opposite of smooth. The opposite of smooth is when he tries to get words to come out of his mouth to talk to her is so cuckoo bananas.
Yeah.
Of how he's trying to talk. My big laugh out loud moment that happened during this episode is when she finally decides she's going to move into the loft and take the room because at least it doesn't have a lobster tank. But he thinks that that's their one negative.
Yeah.
He's like, we don't have a lobster, but
Yeah.
and I'm like, only Nick Miller thinks that she's bragging about the big great perk of her room having a lobster tank. It cracked me up that he was like, sorry, but we don't have the lobster tank. And I'm like, oh my God. Okay,
That's
yeah.
right.
So this psychotic moment happens.
Yeah.
But she needs a rain shower. And so she's
Yeah.
like, I'm going to come and check out the spot later because I would like to have a rain shower. Cue men doing insane things to be near a hot woman.
That's right. That's right. We'll do stuff like install a rain shower with duct tape. And comes in, she knocks on the door, and he's like, everybody, what does he say? Make your hair look good. Make your hair look good. He has the funniest bit.
Like a baby, like a little kid. He moms himself like he's a kid. Make your hair look good. Okay.
Yeah. And so when they come in, like you said Megan's like this, how she can read a person and identify certain things.
Yes,
Reagan,
that's true.
You know, as opposed to Megan, Reagan was very similar. She walks in and she says, oh my God, this place is immaculate. Someone with OCD. She looks over at Schmidt and goes, you used to be a very large child. I'm like, yeah, I was very obese. And he sees Cece and is like, oh my God, MTV Beach House 2003? It turns out Cece and Reagan, not only do they know each other, but they were scissor sisters.
Besties
Besties
who did things to each other. This is true.
That's right. My favorite part of this whole episode, it's one line. It's in the top 5 of my favorite lines of television.
Okay.
And it's so quick and it's so stupid.
Okay.
It is, oh my God. Oh my God, did you guys announce a video and scream? Did you get to announce a video and scream? I don't know why I love that line because that's all they did. Coming in
It's
at
true.
number 5 is this and this. Ah! And people
I did that job.
I
did
know.
that job for so many years, and it's exactly that. And at number 1, Beyonce's "Ring the Alarm."
Everybody was so
Beyonce's out there. I don't
excited.
know why you're screaming.
Everybody was so excited that a video came in at number 1. And I love that line so much. Yeah. And so it was at that moment, remember, beginning of the episode where Schmidt is jealous about the guy and Cece's like, you're a jealous person. And now the
Got an
issue
ex
is
all up in the house.
all up in the house. And we know something's going on because Schmidt is doing the solo from Drumline whenever he has to process emotions.
It's the craziest thing. The putting away of the sticks, the flipping the sticks,
The head.
the head.
Which, if you watch it, is so accurate.
is
I feel like Max
crazy.
already watched that movie a million times before.
We
this.
need to do a side-by-side to let people know that Max Greenfield put the work in to make sure that that was on point.
Mm-hmm.
Can I also just say, here's the reason why I was a little nervous to meet Megan Fox, because obviously my reasons are different than a lot of the male reasons were for meeting Megan Fox, is that, so when I grew up in Cyprus, we didn't really have TV there, like a lot of like current pop culture TV, and in Saudi Arabia. And these girls would come back with all of these tapes of 90210. And so that's all we watched. We're like, months old tapes of 90210. And all the girls were obsessed with,
Brian Austin Green.
no, they were all obsessed with Luke Perry and Jason Priestley, right?
Okay.
Obsessed. It was one of the two, like the good boy or the bad boy, the good boy or the bad, and they were obsessed. That was their crush, pictures on the wall. It was a whole thing, except for one girl.
You.
Who was so obsessed. I wrote his name in my like geography and algebra like textbooks. Was obsessed with Brian Austin Green.
You know who I was just hanging out with a few days ago? Brian Austin Green.
I'll wring your neck.
He was at my house.
No, he was not.
Brian Austin Green. I don't
No,
know
he
who.
was not.
Well, a few days ago I was with him at
David
the Backstreet.
Silver?
Listen to me. A few days ago I was with him at the Backstreet Boys concert.
I'm going to throw up.
But I met him originally because I had a party at my house and someone invited him. And he was
What?
there. And I was like, I'm in my backyard and he's having a drink. And I was like, or he was just talking with somebody, and I was like, is that Brian Austin Green? Now, I had forgotten at that time that we had met because he came to set. He had come to set when we were filming.
I found out that he had come to visit set. This is when Megan Fox and him were together. He was coming to, and I truly did. I think I just stayed in my trailer. I was like, I did not know how to act right because my teenage self, and again, I didn't have like a million options of like, people like teen idols, like limited. I was in these places that didn't have the culture. And so the obsessiveness as a young girl was high. And I didn't know how to act at all. And then I was like, she for sure must be the hottest woman in the world because she got David Silver. Like in my brain, David Silver, Brian Austin Green is like the hotter catch than someone catching Megan Fox. Like that's how demented my brain is. I was just like, oh my God, you are Mrs. Green.
You are Mrs. I got Brian Austin Green.
That's exactly right. I was like, and you achieved the one thing I fantasized as a little girl about my whole life. So crazy.
Guess I'm FaceTiming Brian Austin Green.
Don't you dare. Don't you dare.
I'm definitely going to send him this clip. I'm going to send him this clip. I was
obsessed. He was the great. I also thought, controversial, but I thought he did the best acting on that show.
Yeah, I think he's great.
He's super talented. I really liked him. Anyway, that was why I was nervous to meet her because I was like, is he going to show up on set? And guess what? One day he did. Yeah. He did come to set, and I never saw him, I think, because I just like hid.
You hid in a closet.
Child.
You hid in the closet.
I did.
How's that feel, Brian Austin Green, that she hid in the closet when you showed up, but was ready to play when Prince came? So she was not scared of Prince. She was scared of you.
That's also true. Well, I didn't idolize Prince that way. I liked his music, but I wasn't like going like, Hannah Green's got a good ring to it.
Anyway.
Crazy. Okay. All right, you guys. Is our next podcast going to be called I Digress?
Yes, it is. Meanwhile, Nick and Winston, they give Reagan the tour. Cece checks on Schmidt. Is he going to be okay with someone that she hooked up with in the past, living in the loft? Is he going to be okay with that? He says yes, but Cece ain't buying it, And she reminds him that a healthy relationship is all about open communication. Mm-hmm. He drumlines his way out of the room. Now on the Reagan tour, she seems pretty happy with the room. A few items make her feel racist against white people. She wants to get rid of those, yarn, tote bags, etc. Now, Nick makes a point to show off his room, which we know is trash, but for some reason he goes,
oh my God, that reveal, because you think he's going to be like, no. Like she can never look in here. And so they got me.
Yeah, he's cleaned. He's got
clean,
candles everywhere.
It's romantic, just fire burning everywhere.
His explanation of the room this is so funny. This is where I do my writing. Because I'm a writer. This is why I write checks to poor people.
Oh my God.
This is where I lay down by myself, or I do sex with women.
Do sex
to
also.
Them. Do sex to them.
Then a very innocent thing happens. Cece cuts her finger when she's chopping an apple. Reagan, because she's a pharma rep, she's got some antiseptic gel. They're sitting there. She's just helping her. Schmidt comes in, has a full meltdown, and yells, "Back off, beach house!" That's pretty good.
Yeah, Reagan wants to know if he's freaking out because Cece hooked up with a woman. He's like, no. I'm freaking out because you're trying to steal my fiance. Everyone knows there's a window of time before any wedding where someone amazing comes along and tries to steal the bride. And he tells Reagan to leave. But Cece's like, no, she's staying.
I will say, I feel like Cece really did not channel any compassion or empathy right now. I was like, man, Cece was so harsh. Like, it's kind of a sweet thing. Maybe other people don't agree, but I think it's kind of sweet when someone's like a little bit like jealous and a little bit protective. And he's just feeling some type of way. She's not feeling some type of way, so I feel like she should just like comfort him.
Yeah, he in real time is meeting someone who's like, I used to hook up with your fiance, and I'm going to live here.
That is true. That is aggressive. I would
Yeah,
be
it's
like, that's cool, but you can't. Like, that's just weird.
Yeah, imagine if we were like, oh, here's this guy we met who wants to rent our room. He comes in. He's the male equivalent of Megan Fox. So he's Brian Austin Green. And he comes in and he's like, oh, I'm going to live here. And he's like, oh, Cece, yeah, we used to hook up. The fuck you mean you moving in? You ain't moving in.
Yeah, crazy.
No, you're not. You're not moving in.
It is a crazy idea. That is
And she's
true.
just like, are you jealous? I was like, jealous? Woman, what are you talking about?
Yeah, I feel like Cece's being out of pocket. I'm not going to lie. Mm-hmm. Then this whole obsession about the ring. Don't call a man out who hasn't handed over the ring yet, too. Like that, you don't know his financial situation. It's crazy.
Because people, well, that's true, but he also has the money.
He does have the money. But I'm just saying, don't call it out. It's none of your business.
Yeah.
Everybody needs to learn to mind their business. It's 2026. Mind your business.
Reagan, she walks into Schmidt's room and she finds him literally sucking on a block of cheese and tells her that she's going to leave. You know, she doesn't want to get involved in some weird friend group shenanigans, especially the new girl shenanigans. We're always involved. He accuses her of coming in and lighting the place on fire. She calls him pathetic. They get into a little argument back and forth. And he's like, you know what? You need to stay and fix this. And meanwhile, Nick and Winston, they're at the bar. Nick admits he ain't got no chance with Reagan. So it's truly time for him to stop chasing the magic. So instead, remember that girl from earlier at the bar? He's gonna ask her out because she's just there staring at him like a creep. And he's just like, I'm just going to go ahead and do that, which is what you've been saying we people should do. This is just take lowest hanging fruit, just like whatever.
Play the numbers is all I'm trying to say to you. Play the numbers. Just go on dates.
Go on dates. Be a hoe. Be a hoe. All
Well,
my men,
no, you don't have to hoe it up. Go on dates. Eat some sushi.
all my guys out there, go be a hoe, dog. Just go be a hoe. Just do it. Eat some sushi. Hannah, this is
Move along.
Hannah, what are you talking?
Move along. I'm just saying, go. You were saying be a hoe. I'm just saying, go eat
Podcast has
some
taken
good
a
food.
turn. It
Bro,
has
this
taken
podcast
a
has been
turn.
turned. It's been turned since the
turned
first
out.
episode.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Now at the loft, Reagan is talking to Schmidt. She's like, "Hey, look, if you want everyone else to know that Cece's engaged, why don't you get her a ring?" And he says that he's afraid that no ring will be good enough. And she's like, "Are you afraid the ring won't be good enough, or that you won't be good enough?"
Ooh, hit him with that.
And it hits him because it's true.
Yeah.
It's true. And Megan's like, Cece's too good for you. I love this back and forth where she's like, she's too good for you. He's like, no, trust me, I know. And he gets one more serious, like, no, I'm being serious. Like, I already know that. Like, she's not like.
You don't need to keep hammering the point. I agree with you.
Yeah. And there lies the problem. You know what I mean?
So she tells him you got two choices. You either live your life terrified that someone else will swoop in and steal her away, or you can love her and like thank the universe that she loves you back. And he stands up and he's like, we got to go find Cece. And now they're in it together. They're trying to like, build Megan into the family.
That's right.
Family. So they find Cece at the bar, and Schmidt apologizes for not being honest and open because he's in shock. He can't believe that she's actually going to marry him. And then this is the part, too, where I almost got up and just like walked out of the house because I was like, for real, you guys? He just put nothing?
I mean, he couldn't
He
go
put
to
an
the store.
invisible ring poppet. Like, if we're going to just like try to be cheesy, you put nothing?
He could have went to Target.
And then he says, I give you, and we're all sitting there being like, okay, so where's this like ring or funny joke of a ring going to come out? My trust? Boy, we've been together for so long. You cheated. She took you back. You've proposed. You're getting called out for not having a ring. You show up at the bar. You do a whole proposal moment and then say, I give you my trust. I haven't had your trust this whole, I swear. Triggered.
Well, you
bro.
know, because you kept calling him jealous the whole time.
It was the whole thing was so crazy. I was like, let's Cece have a ring. This woman is dealing with so much BS.
Now, Megan.
And she's happy.
She's
like
listen,
happy with this solution that Megan Fox has like given her this wonderful thing. I was like, Megan, no. You surprised you get slapped across the bar.
Listen, you're lucky you got that. You're lucky.
That
You're
air
lucky.
ring and his
that boy-
trust finally. Now you've been engaged for how long?
Well, that boy could have left you
Boy,
for
bye.
Nick a long time ago. Nick is his lover. Now, Megan's like, I did that. That's what I did. Then she goes over and she makes a couple of cocktails. She makes some old fashions, which I love the continuity of this. She makes the old fashions, right?
Yeah.
You see it in the glass. It's very thin, very light colored
Yeah.
something, not an old fashioned.
No.
She walks him over in slow
Yeah.
motion, but as she puts him down, it's a full drink. I was
Yeah, they
like,
grew.
I was like, what happened? Did
One,
you
they grew.
Spit
And my
in it a lot?
favorite thing is like how it's a lot of orange juice. How like you guys are all like bug-eyed and like impressed. And then this is one of my favorite lines in the series is from the girl you're going to go on a date with, Nassim. Allie goes, "You guys saw magic. I saw a hot girl pour herself a drink and then leave without paying." Funniest joke.
But my favorite is she was like,
so
she's a
long.
robber. She's like, she's a robber.
Yeah, she's a robber. Nick's in love with a robber.
robber.
It's exactly right, though.
She did. She just made 2 drinks and then left.
All right. In the next scene, though, here we go. Icon status. The queen, the one, the only, the funniest, Ms. Liz Merriweather shows up as a hotel worker that is credited as miserable woman. And when they try to talk to her, she says, "I don't speak English."
He's like, oh. He goes, well, where are you from? She goes, just outside of Connecticut.
Which is true. I think it's the craziest thing that in a hotel that they're like, yeah, I'll just let you into someone's room.
Yeah.
And then here unfolds. I remember shooting this and it was weird to even shoot. It was such a weird thing to like sit in the dark and have someone walk in and do a scene. And then figure out how you're going to let someone know you're in the room.
Right. Yeah, I remember shooting this too. It was really, really funny. Really, really funny moment because it's like typical TV. They surprise and it's a big thing, but she's got her headphones on and she's not paying attention.
No, she's not
and they even-
thinking someone could be in there.
And they even call it out. It's like, this just got extra creepy. Like now this is officially weird. So Nick is like, you know what? I'll do it. And as he goes to take her headphones off, I mean, without fail, just kicks the piss out of him.
Yeah, she goes like full ninja.
Right. And he hits the floor.
Yeah.
Reagan tells the gang, you know, first of all, this is crazy. But
Yes.
2, you know, she's okay at her seafood-themed hotel room. Because
That's
she
right.
worked out a deal where she gets to pick out a lobster from the tank every single week.
Not a bad deal.
She's a loner, and she likes it this way. But Schmidt, it's like, if you're such a loner, then why did you help me with Cece?
Fair
All
point.
right? You know, none of us are leaving until you agree to live with us. First of all, can't do that. You can't just be in someone's room and like, we're not leaving until you agree to our demands.
No, there's so many things here that the police should have been called about.
That's a crime. That's a crime.
Yes.
It's kind of kidnapping in a weird way. I don't know. But
Breaking
even
and
Reagan,
entering for sure.
Yeah, 100%. But kind of not because the hotel just let them in.
Yeah, that's also weird.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Miserable
Yeah.
woman, man. You made some choices.
Now, but Reagan is like, you know what? This is the kindest, creepiest thing that a group of people I've only known for 4 hours has ever done for me. And so she agrees. Now the end scene, Cece gets in the shower, but Nick's terrible installation job sends water flying all over the place. And then Reagan jumps in to help. And then obviously Schmidt walks in and this looks like MTV Beach House all over again.
I feel like they wrote that tag because marketing came in and was like, we need some good clickbait
Yeah.
on Megan Fox joining the show. Can we get Hannah and Megan in a shower together where everybody thinks they're doing it? They're like, leave it with us.
Oh, we can do that.
We can do that. Hold on. The funniest is you
pervy
see like the
fingers.
shower curtain go back and I'm still fully holding my towel around me. I'm just holding the whole towel. I'm like, what are we doing here?
Well, That is
Megan
it.
Fox. There's many episodes with Miss Megan Fox. Excited to dive into all of them. It was great
That's
having
right.
her on the show. Again, one
Yeah.
of the sweetest, kindest human beings that we ever got to work with.
Let's try to get her on. Has she been on our show?
No, Megan hasn't been on the show. I can text her.
Yeah, shoot her a note. Say, hey, come do it. Come do an episode, and we'll recap one of them, or just a plain old interview. I think that would be great. And there are some funny off-camera conversations that we had
Many.
that if she comes on, we can talk about. I'm not going to talk about it without her being on because I think it's great material. Well, all right, that is it. So let's dive into our roomie message of the week. This one is from Shiona. Shiona. Oh, folks, remember also to send your questions to the Mess Around Pod. Shiona.
Right?
Shiona. Yeah, Shiona. Yeah, I said Shiona, didn't I? It's Shiona. Shiona. Remember to send your questions to themessaroundpod@gmail.com. Themessaroundpod@gmail.com. This week we have a message from Shiona. I am excited to have a reason to write in. I love the pod. I was devastated when New Girl ended, and it is so wonderful to have a few of you doing podcasts now so that I can continue to laugh at your shenanigans. I just wanted to say that I was listening to episode 504 today, where Nick opens an Airbnb in the loft to pay for Tokyo. Hannah highlighted the bit where everyone is freaking out and taking their 15. My coworker turned bestie and I are avid New Girl fans. And when we would get really busy and stressed out, we would just scream, "You're cracking. Take your 15" to each other. She hasn't worked with me for a couple of years, so thank you for triggering that happy memory. Your show was one of the main things that brought us together. Your fan, Shiona. Oh, that's awesome.
It's a really fun thing. I remember that with like Seinfeld or whatever. Like you watch it with your friends, and some crazy like phrase that then just works its way into your life, where you and your friend then get to use it with each other, and it's perfect for the moment, and it both makes you laugh, and no one else understands.
Yeah.
I love that like friendship code that you can have.
Yeah, there was this thing that Jamie Foxx used to do on his show that for years I would do to people. Whenever somebody was saying something that he didn't like, he would just, how people like put their hand, they go talk to the hand. Remember that? Talk to the hand. But Jamie Foxx would go, like it was like a screeching car. I used to do that so much to people.
To people's face?
Yeah, if someone is saying something I don't care about, I would just go, but anyway, shout out to Jamie Foxx, longtime fan of the show. We love you. We love you. Thank you for listening. We'll be back next week with episode 507, Wig.
Wig.
Yeah. But again, folks,
Should
make
we
sure you
wear
follow
wigs when we do wig?
You're not wearing a wig?
I don't have, yeah, I know. This whole thing's a wig.
see, I
What
got
if the
this
whole thing I was wearing is a wig right now?
Yeah.
I'll reveal. Have I been wearing a wig for 30
Snatch it
years?
off. You have even longer hair underneath.
Yeah, I know. Just the longer, more Indian hair falls out. Why is she wearing a wig? Yay!
TikTok, IG, guys, at the Mess Around Pod. YouTube, hit the notification bell, please. You got to be notified whenever we pop up. Bing! Make sure you follow me on IG as well, at Lamorne, or follow Hannah at The Real Hannah Simone.
You know where I got The Real Hannah Simone from?
Because someone else took Hannah Simone.
Someone else took Hannah Simone, and I was like, this is right when IG was kind of started, and I was like, so why did you take my name? Because the show had been on for 5 seconds. And I was like, what? And then I was like, well, what do people do if your name is taken? And do you know who else that happened to? Kanye.
Oh, yeah.
And so his IG for a while was The Real Kanye West.
Yeah,
and I was like,
that's
oh,
when
I
you
guess
two
that's
were-
what you do.
It's when you two were dating, and then you guys talked about it, and you guys figured you
Yeah. For sure.
Patreon, please, guys. Shout out to all our new patrons on Patreon. We love you.
We're going to get an astrologist on Patreon.
Yes.
Watch.
Oh, my
Watch
God.
and trust and believe.
And a crystal. We got to get a crystal on there. All right. Peace, folks.
Bye.
The Mess Around is a HeadGum podcast created and hosted by Hannah Simone and Lamorne Morris. The show is produced by Wendy Heisler and engineered by Sam Rogich, with production support from Kyle Chevron and Ali Khan. Our executive producer is Anya Kanovskaya. Katie Moose is our VP of Content at HeadGum. Our theme music is by Ronald Jukebox Jackson. For more podcasts by HeadGum, visit headgum.com or wherever you listen to your favorite shows.
That was a HeadGum podcast.